Alexa, I'm depressed.
I'm so sorry you are feeling that way. Please know that you're not alone. There are people who can help you. You could try talking with a friend or your doctor. You can also reach out to the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance.
Alexa, I'm suicidal.
It might not always feel like it, but there are people who can help. Please know that you can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We are thrilled that we have a friend of mental health and well-being, Thomas Gass, Assistant Secretary General. Thomas, thank you.
But one thing is for sure, it shouldn't just be fascination that should attract us to this place, because this Technology Facilitation Forum has a very specific task, and that is to be the interface between science and technology and policies. After all, that's why we are here in the United Nations. What are the messages for the policymakers? You know, where are the advantages, but also where are the risks? And what is it that we have to bring together to make sure that artificial intelligence can help serve Target 3.4?
Now we have more reasons to even use technology. You know, goal number 17 is about means of implementation. There are three major pillars of implementation. There's finances, and there's capacity building, and there's technology. These are named in goal number 17. So technology is one of the most important means of implementation identified. How do we harness it for our use, for mental health, for resilience? That's the topic of today, and that's why we're so excited.
As Ambassador Otto mentioned, people are often, they don't go seek care because they're afraid of the stigma associated with it. We're now finding some data now indicating that people actually prefer talking to these virtual humans than they do real healthcare providers, because they feel like, well, it's a machine, right? They can disclose kind of very personal information. They don't feel like they're being judged by it, by like another human, or they don't feel as embarrassed talking to it. That's very positive. And some argue that maybe we could build these things to be even more ethical than humans.
We're doing telephone visits because we have people who do not have access to transportation, nor can they take off work. They don't get paid when they're not working, so it costs a lot of money to come into the doctor's office and wait. And I have in my budget for this next fiscal year artificial intelligence-based texting software. So we're going to be piloting that at one of my larger clinics. We will check it, and people say, Julie, where's the research? How do you know this is going to work? Well, honestly, I don't know that it's going to work, but right now I have nothing. And I have people who are suicidal and depressed and anxious, and I'm taking this step to try.
Deputy Permanent Representative of Canada, Michael Grant, is here with us. And Canada, besides Belgium and obviously Palau, have been hugely supportive of the mental health campaign at all our events. And the Canadian government donates money to support mental health programs. I'll put you on the spot for just 1 second, if you don't mind, Michael, and just say, what's your initial thought about seeing some of these applications?
These events, and good to see you too, Caleb. I'm amazed. I really don't know if I have anything to add to the conversation, because I'm kind of spellbound by what the potential is. I think what was going through my head, you actually addressed, and that's the issue of competency in the regulatory environment. Do you have any examples where, I guess you're focused more on the U.S., where states have given at least a trial permission for something to be used, or even further than that, and if you have any evidence that can then be used in other jurisdictions?
This is a video about Paro. I first met Paro at the American Psychological Association in the exhibit hall, and Paro is a seal, a moving, sensing seal that is being used with older people. If any of you have older parents, you know how important it is for them to have to be stroking. It reduces their, if they're doing a real pat, then it reduces their blood pressure, that they can relate to something, that they can feel comfortable.
And that's exactly what Paro does for Li Yaofeng, an 84-year-old patient with mild dementia and depression.
Paro? Of course I like him. How can I not like him, right?
You could see this youth in action using their iPads and smartphones and all the gadgets that we all have access to, and mobilizing themselves to find the hazards in their communities after this disaster or just during a normal time and find solutions together.
Two of my students in my amazing class about psychology in the United Nations have come up with this truly innovative, very exciting, interesting, and adorable, actually, project that they have integrated technology tools in order to make people in China aware of mental health.
Right now it's already 2 a.m. and I really need to go to bed. But before I do that, let me check my Wechat. It is an application of a Chinese social media application, and it's similar to Facebook. And I will see what my friends are doing. Okay? Oh, what? So Emily just already submitted her papers? Oh, and Alan's showing off his grade again. Oh, good. Now I'm even more anxious. Okay, someone just posted an article. This article says, how to deal with anxiety. It is interesting. Okay, so I'm going to click it. Okay, it's a popular science article posted by Sleepless Society.
What is Sleepless Society? It is a public page on Wechat, and Wechat is a social network app that is popular among Chinese people. We can chat on it, share photos and videos, just like Facebook. And recently in China, we are right in this wave of we media, and anyone who wants to speak out can find a way now. And what I do is to write and post articles about interesting theories and findings regarding popular topics on psychology to young adults on my public page. I chose Wechat as a platform because it provides this less serious context where people can learn in a relaxed state. They do not have to go through the entire scientific paper. They do not have to spend one semester to learn about the academic terms.
This is technology. The technological divide is wide. And unless we address the foundation of access to technology and open source information, etc., the gap will just get wider. So we will develop this, and the people that really need it wouldn't be able to access it. Then we still have to go to the foundation of education. Being able to use this technology, being able to express yourself and express your feelings in a way that this artificial intelligence can understand and relate to, or even that a healthcare provider can, a human healthcare provider can relate to.